Special guest Tuesday, we welcome James Michael Johnson, outside linebacker, rookie on the Cleveland Browns. Great to have you here.
It was great to be here.
Nice to meet you, and congratulations on not only being drafted by the Browns and becoming a pro, but that big win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it was a great win, man. I'm just glad we got the W. We played hard and fought hard the whole game.
How about the physicality in that game?
It was big, man. You can see by all the fumbles we had, you know. Knocked the ball out. We knocked them around a little bit. It was fun to be out there. It was real fun.
Most physical game you've been involved in?
Yeah, this in Baltimore. Yeah, I think Baltimore was a little more physical, I feel like. But both of them was just hard-fought games. Did
you realize when you were drafted this intensity with the divisional rivals, namely Pittsburgh and Baltimore?
I mean, I knew it was a rivalry. But I mean, you really have you can't know until you're actually playing in the game and you see the fans, you see how much excitement the fans have about the game, and just 2 weeks ago people was talking about it, so it's like it's building up a lot, and once I played, now I understand it.
And of course the veterans obviously had an influence on you younger guys.
Yeah, DeQuell made it a point to pull some of the rookies aside and tell them, hey, this is a big game, you know, we have to win this game. If we win this game, you know, we're sitting a lot. Just everybody's more happier, you know. Everybody's way more happy if we win this game, because it's a big rivalry and you have a lot of fans in this area. So it's a big game.
What an impact you're making in your rookie year. You were hurt early. Talk about that.
Yeah, I had fractured my 2 ribs, so it was pretty tough. But I mean, I came back, so I feel a lot better now. You know, I haven't had any pain in a while. So it was tough. You know, I've never really been injured before throughout college. I never really had any kind of never missed a game. So like when I get to the NFL, I'm out for 4 games. So it was real frustrating for a while. You know, but I got through it, so I'm back. I feel like I'm better than ever now.
Now, you were a tremendous athlete in high school, I know, from Fairfield, California?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and you played basketball. And what did you do in track and field? I see you were in track and field, too.
Yeah, I ran the 1 and the 2. Yeah.
Did you?
I did a little long jump, too. I wasn't really a huge track guy. I just really ran track for football.
Would you play forward or center in basketball?
Yeah, I was a forward, small forward, power forward.
And I know you made all conference in football. Were you always defensive side of the ball in football?
No, I played tight end. I played tight end in high school. That was my favorite position up until probably my senior year of high school. I started focusing more on defense, but I like tight end a lot.
When you went to Nevada, they turned you on to the defensive side of the ball?
Yeah, they signed me to play defense, but I was playing defensive end in high school. I didn't really play stand-up linebacker until I got to college. And they put me out there, and then I played Sam.
What kind of an adjustment was that to you?
It wasn't that big of an adjustment. It was kind of like what I had been doing. It was just kind of learning. I didn't really know a lot X's and O's type football. You know, when I was in high school, it was kind of just using my athleticism. You know, and once I got to college, they taught me more like X's and O's and how to really play football. I just knew run and tackle. You know, I didn't really know too much behind it.
Did you have any inclination as to the way it was evolving in the draft, which team you'd land with?
I didn't really know. I just had a list in front of me of the teams I thought were going to draft linebackers, and it was just once they drafted a linebacker, I marked them off. So I was just, you know.
Were the Browns one of those teams?
Yeah, it was one of those teams. I took a visit out here before the draft, so a little pre-draft visit. So I knew that I was on their board, so I was just waiting for a call.
Big celebration with your family after you were drafted?
It was big. Everybody was smiling. It was happy, so it was a great moment.
What biggest adjustment you've had to make now that you've turned pro?
Just more free time, you know, trying to use your free time wisely, you know, watching more film, taking care of your body more, stuff like that. That's in college, you know, you don't really think about that because you don't really have a whole lot of free time in college. So now you're a professional athlete, so you have to treat your body like that.
Mm-hmm. I talk to all young players, every single one of you guys, and I'm sure you're the same, but the difference from the college to the pro game is the speed.
Yeah, I say it's the speed, but it's more like, I feel personally it's like your knowledge, because I feel like once I know what I have to do on every play, I know my job, and I can anticipate what's about to happen. I feel like it's not that much different from college, you know. I feel like if you're out there hesitating and you're not really sure about yourself, then it's going to seem like everything's moving fast around you. But if you know what you're doing, then it's just football.
You know, the defensive unit has got the fans so excited. I mean, you guys are really bringing it now everywhere. Now that we're healthy on the defensive line, that's a big difference, having both Reuben and Taylor stuffing that middle.
It's a huge difference. You know, I love playing behind those guys. They're just monsters in there. So it's just it's a great, having everything clear in front of me so I can just run the tackle. Really, they do a great job.
And the ends too. They're picking up the free agents and Parker and Rucker and Sheard on the other side. I mean, we're deep at that position.
Yeah. And I think D-line is a strength of our team. Personally, I feel like that's one of the strong points of our team.
We've got a lot to play for between now and the end of the season. Your thoughts first of Coach Shermer.
I like Coach Shermer, man. He's a great coach, great motivator, great guy. I love everything he's doing with us, how he treats the rookies and how he treats the team, and I just feel like we're going in the right direction.
It's interesting that the Browns have two former head coaches as offensive and defensive coordinators, and in your case, on the defensive side, Dick Duran.
Yeah. Coach Duran is a great man. He always has these great quotes before our meetings and our defensive meetings, and I try to write all the quotes down. He's a great dude, man. I'm just so glad that I can have somebody like that around I can learn from, and him with all the other coaches too.
Speaking of learning, you learn from some of your veteran teammates too, and that's where we come to DeQuell Jackson. I got to know him pretty well at the Browns golf outing. He was out there. I had dinner with him. What a natural leader he is.
Yeah, he's a great guy, man. He's one of the first guys when I got here to reach out to the rookies, because as a rookie, first week here, I'm kind of like don't know who to talk to, so I'm just kind of like staying by myself a little more. And DeQuell reached out to all the rookies, He just showed us the town, and went to a baseball game with us. So it was real cool. I was kind of shocked. I didn't really know that the vets were that cool. So
right.
It was a great experience. though. He's a great guy.
And except for DeQuell and obviously Sheldon Brown at the one corner, but we're a very young defensive unit too, with Hayden and Ward behind you.
Yeah, we got a lot of rookies out there making plays, but I feel like as many rookies that we have playing, that's more experience we're getting for the rookies. So we're out there learning on the fly, and it's only going to make us better in the future.
There's so many games the Browns, I don't even think we were blown out of the Giants game, James Michael. Because they didn't pull away until deep in the second half, as you know. That's got to be encouraging for a young developing team that you're in all these games.
Yeah. That's one of the main things we talk about, because like we were in every game. We were this close. 3 or 4 plays go our way and we win those games. So it's encouraging, but at the same time we want to win. Nothing feels better than a W anyway. So, but at the same time we know that we're this close. We're not too far off.
This really had to be a satisfying one against Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it was real satisfying. It was real satisfying. They're a good team. I tip my hat to them. They're a good team.
Did you sense that? With the big crowd that was on hand, there was a difference in that stadium this last weekend. This was Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it was big, man. I can feel the energy from the fans right before the first kickoff. I knew it's gonna be a fight. Like I had a feeling, and they got the pick six they got at the beginning of the game. I was like, okay, now we're gonna have to ball on defense.
Gosh, did you guys ever force the fumbles? We talked to the fans, and we got a kick out of Tomlin. He just kept shuffling. As soon as one of his backs were fumbling, you guys were causing those fumbles. You put another guy in, he fumbled. Get out of there. Put another one in.
I kept seeing a bunch of different running backs in. I was like, I didn't know who the starter was at one time. I just kept seeing different guys, but. Yeah, we just got fortunate, put enough hats on the ball so it came out.
It was a great defensive unit. We're all excited about the future of the Cleveland Browns. Want to take some phone calls? We'll do so after the break. How's that?
Okay.
James Michael Johnson with us here on Special Guest Tuesday. We'll resume and let you participate and talk to this rookie linebacker off to a great start as a Cleveland Brown.